Hey cat lovers, and welcome back to another video. If you're a cat guardian, chances are you've noticed the bundle of extra skin on your cat's underside. This saggy pouch may swing when they run or droop to their legs when they sit. While it may just look like they have a big belly, it isn't actually their belly at all. Rather, it is their primordial pouch. Though it is also referred to by adorable names including coin purse, jelly bean, or cookie pouch. Whatever you call their sack of extra fur, it is actually a very fascinating adaptation that scientists are still trying to explain. If you enjoyed this kind of content, subscribe to the channel for more cat videos. Now let's discuss the primordial pouch, including the main theories behind its existence and how to differentiate between it and excess belly fat. What is the primordial pouch? While the primordial pouch has an intimidating name, it is actually quite simple. The primordial pouch refers to a bit of soft skin that cats have around their bellies. It is similar to the scruff that cats have around their necks, loose skin that is not tightly bound to the body. The pouch is usually saggy and is visible to the eye as it often jiggles or sways from side to side as a cat walks. The pouch of skin and fat covers the cat's whole underside, though it becomes more prominent near the rear. According to Dr. Cheryl Bonk at Clearwater Valley Veterinary Clinic, the pouch is separate from the belly itself, and it's made of fat, skin, and fur. It is more visible on some cats than others, though it is usually the most noticeable in older cats. Like humans, a cat's skin tends to sag as they age. So in areas where the skin is already very elastic, like the primordial pouch, sagging will be more noticeable. However, even though they are more visible in older cats, all cats have the primordial pouches from birth. But even though kittens have primordial pouches, they usually aren't very prominent. They grow with your cat, becoming larger over time and usually become visible at around 6 months. Because this coincides with the time that most kittens are spayed or neutered, it was once speculated that spaying or neutering resulted in the pouch's development. In fact, the pouch is sometimes referred to as the spay sway. However, there is no evidence to suggest that spaying or neutering has any influence on the size of the primordial pouch. Rather, it becomes more visible around the time that kittens are spayed or neutered. All cats, both male and female, have primordial pouches, though they vary in size and visibility. There are also a few different breeds in which the primordial pouch is more pronounced. In fact, several consider the primordial pouch as part of their breed standard. For example, the Egyptian Mau, the Bengal, and the Japanese Bobtail are known for having particularly large primordial pouches. There are some breeds like the Thai cat that have smaller primordial pouches. Although primordial pouch size isn't necessarily tied only to breed, a cat's breed can have an influence. And some breeds are more likely to have larger primordial pouches than other breeds, but the size of the pouch varies from cat to cat. Interestingly, the primordial pouch isn't exclusively seen in domestic cats. It is also observed in large cats like tigers and lions. As such, it is likely an evolutionary remnant from the domestic cat's wild past. As we'll discuss next, there are 3 main theories to explain the purpose of the primordial pouch. Most scientists agree on the 3 theories in conjunction rather than one or another. Theory number 1. Protection. The first theory is that the primordial pouch provides an extra layer of protection for a cat. A cat's underside is their most vulnerable region, as it is soft and unguarded by the ribs. Plus, it is where many of their vital organs are stored. As such, an attack on a cat's underside is a large threat. That is why cats are particularly protective over their bellies. A cat is unlikely to show you their stomach unless they feel safe around you. According to Jose Aker, president of the American Veterinary Medical Association, the primordial pouch may add an extra layer of protection in case the underside is attacked. If a cat is in a fight, the pouch may act as a shield to guard their internal organs from harm. This would make the pouch especially useful for the domestic cat's wild ancestors, who would have likely encountered many more threats than our cats today. In a fight with a predator or another cat, sharp claws and teeth can be very dangerous. If unprotected, a bite or slash to the underside could do serious or even fatal damage to a cat. While the belly is still a vulnerable spot, the primordial pouch may serve to fortify the region and is built to sustain sharp blows. Theory number 2. Energy storage. Aside from offering protection to a cat's interior organs, the primordial pouch may have also acted as a site of energy storage. According to Bruce Kornreich, the director of the Cornell Feline Health Center, the primordial pouch acted as a backup plan. Wild cats often have a relatively low success rate when hunting, meaning that meals don't always come regularly. When food is scarce, the pouch may have acted as a reserve to ensure that a cat did not starve even when they didn't have access to food. While most house cats today can count on regularly scheduled meals, that was not the case for their ancestors. So even though our cats might not use the primordial pouch to provide energy in times of need, it was likely a valuable asset for the survival of wild cats in the past. Furthermore, wild cats would likely make large kills but were unable to save the carcass for later. So the primordial pouch may have allowed them to eat bigger portions and store the energy for later. Like camels, who store water in their humps due to their drought-prone environment, cats may have stored food in their primordial pouches due to their food-scarce environment. Even though your well-fed cat's primordial pouch is probably much more redundant than it was many generations ago, it serves as a physical reminder of their once undomesticated past. Theory number 3. Increased flexibility. The third and final theory concerning the primordial pouch is that it provides cats with increased flexibility and movement. The stretchy nature of the skin allows a cat to cover more distance per stride, as it provides them with a lot of slack in their movements. According to Dr. Jamie Wittenberg, owner of Kingsgate Animal Hospital in Texas, the pouch provides extra flexibility to stretch their stride, going farther with fewer steps. This theory is bolstered by the other evolutionary traits cats have that promote elevated flexibility and easy movements, like their flexible spines and long legs. Cats are extremely flexible, which allows them to achieve incredible feats like jumping up to 9 times their height and running at a top speed of 30 miles per hour. These actions are only achievable through the design of their body. The primordial pouch, through allowing a cat to make larger strides, contributes to their overall flexibility and movement. Their pouch, in tandem with their other evolutionary traits, is very useful when running or jumping. With their increased flexibility, they are also able to make quick, precise movements. Like the previous 2 theories, this would have been especially beneficial for wild cats. Increased movement and flexibility would have given them better odds of escaping predators or succeeding in a hunt. Primordial pouch or excessive weight? A big question that many cat guardians have is how to differentiate between the primordial pouch and excess fat. Unfortunately, obesity among cats is extremely prevalent. 61% of all cats in the United States are considered obese, according to a 2022 study conducted by the Association of Pet Obesity Prevention. With over half of all cats in the US being overweight, it is important to know how to determine whether or not the extra fat on your cat's underside is just their primordial pouch or not. After all, obesity is a significant health concern that can lead to the development of diseases like diabetes, hypertension, arthritis, and more. Cats with severe obesity have a significantly shorter life expectancy and are far more likely to experience heart, lung, or liver issues that can be fatal. So how do you tell if it's the primordial pouch or excessive weight? The best way to figure out if your cat is obese is by assessing the shape of their body with a body condition scoring chart. A body condition score, or BCS, is an essential part of how veterinarians determine whether or not a cat is obese. While you can do a preliminary assessment on your own, it is best to get a professional's opinion. BCS is scored out of 9, with 9 being very overweight and 1 being very underweight. The ideal score for a healthy cat is a 4 or 5. When evaluating your cat at home, it is best to do a combination of a visual and physical exam. If your cat is healthy, you should be able to feel their ribs, but they should not be very visible. Pay attention to how their ribs feel. Ideally, their ribs should feel like the back of your hand. If your cat's ribs feel like your knuckles, then your cat is probably underweight. If their ribs feel like the palm of your hand, then they are probably overweight. When looking at your cat from above, you should be able to clearly see their waistline, an indentation at their hip. If they look very round from above and lack a waistline, chances are they are overweight. There is also a difference in the appearance of an overweight belly and a primordial pouch. The primordial pouch will begin lower than an overweight belly, and it should increase in size towards the rear. The most notable trait of the primordial pouch is the way that it swings back and forth when a cat walks. An overweight belly will not do the same thing, as it is not made up of the same loose material. However, it can be pretty difficult to determine if your cat is overweight or not just by looking at them. Because of how many cats are overweight, more than half as we've discussed, overweight cats can just look normal. Therefore, it's very important to visit your veterinarian if you suspect that your cat is overweight. They will be able to conduct a formal exam on your cat, and if your cat is overweight, we'll be able to provide you with suggestions for how to lower their weight. And now it's time for Cat of the Week. This video's Cat of the Week is Tasselhoff Burrfoot. His guardian says, Tats chose us last November. He started hanging out with the chickens. He was so skinny and small, and I just couldn't leave him to fend for himself during the upcoming winter. He is a champion snugglebug. Congratulations, Tasselhoff, keep being pawsome. To enter your cat for a chance to be featured, visit the entry link in the description box below. So, what did you find the most interesting about the primordial pouch? Let us know in the comments below. Also, if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up because it helps other cat lovers find our content. Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next Catterday for another video.